Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Oxygen Not Included. In today's episode, I feel like this world is kind of stable for the time being, so I'm probably gonna focus on taking apart a few more things. I finally want to clean up a few things and get rid of parts that I don't need anymore that I can decommission. However, before we do that, I told you I wanna put this to a test. I kind of observed it just for a brief moment and decided the only addition we need is more natural gas generators. The biggest concern in the comments was that the supercoolant at the bottom is so cold that most of the methane is being converted into solidified methane. It's freezing. However, I've been putting this to the test and it's actually working as intended. So if we have a look at this, we have 17.6 kilogram of methane right here that is solidified. Of course, I cannot pump that up. However, let's go ahead, run the game for a little bit, and we will be able to observe as soon as some liquid methane is touching the liquefied methane, it's going back down in mass. Currently there's 12.2 kilograms of methane here. It's gonna raise a little bit, but as soon as liquefied methane is touching it, it's gonna go back down. We are at 24.5 kilograms, 50 kilograms, and now it went back below 10 kilograms. The suggestion was to actually put a liquid tepidizer into this pool of water to keep it at a steady temperature of minus 160 or so degrees, maybe a little bit below that. However, I don't think it's necessary and it's also counterintuitive. I want this pool to be as cold as possible and the top here as hot as possible. The only thing I might regret is that these thermal aqua tuners are running the entire time. So this might be the biggest flaw in the contraption. Actually, let me see. Is it even necessary? It's coming in. Okay. Well, maybe actually it's necessary to keep those running. However, I really think this turned out well. And if we check the gases, we also don't have any rogue natural gas that is going anywhere I don't want it to. However, we don't have enough power with all these natural gas generators. They basically have to run consistently, and you can also see we are accumulating all of that natural gas that we cannot put anywhere. So I decided, screw the coal generators, we're gonna exchange it with another row of natural gas. In order to accomplish that, we first of all take apart the coal generators, and I think I want to raise this up one more block. So we have the space here at the bottom. I mean, it's not gonna fit perfectly, but what you gonna do? So the wire is gonna go on top of here, and we're also gonna raise the mesh tiles by one block. This means we also need to raise the automation wire, unfortunately. Well, that's just how it is. You go there and you go here, and the rest I can take apart. Wonderful. In terms of carbon dioxide, we're actually not doing too bad. We haven't reached the 20 kilograms mark just yet. Well, here at the bottom we have reached it, so I'm dumping some of the carbon dioxide outside of the contraption, but eventually I would simply like to compress everything. So that's probably an addition I'm gonna implement today as well. Fleeing. Harold. Uh-oh. There's a freaking poke shell messing up my dupes. Please attack this guy. That would be wonderful. Harold, get out of the way. Maybe we have to bring him to bed now. Anyways, more natural gas generators made out of steel, please. Oh yeah, that's gonna be absolutely wonderful. One question I actually also want to address is why use natural gas generators, use all of that energy instead of the petroleum generators. So let's have a look at that. Petroleum generators take 2 kilograms of liquid. They are outputting 750 grams per second of polluted water and 500 grams per second of carbon dioxide, and they are producing like 2 kilowatts. If we check out the natural gas generator, it takes only 90 grams per second for 0.8 kilowatts. And we're getting over 2/3 of that mass back in polluted water and only a tiny bit of carbon dioxide. This is just a much better deal than simply using the petroleum. And this is exactly the reason why we made this addition. I'm rather using the petroleum for my short distance rocket missions. Oh man, Ellie, you're the biggest idiot of them all. She always gets stuck. I just don't get how she does it all the time. Oh, and now she's actually going for the poke shell. Look at the creatures we accumulated here. A dense puffed. I don't even know that existed. The squeaky puffed I already knew about. But dude, that's interesting, just leaving the creatures in my old base. Oh, one thing I forgot about is the piping, of course. We want to divide that up here and supply all of our generators as well. And then I guess we want to go ahead and also release the carbon dioxide in some way or the other. So that's going to go into this pipe and we are going to bridge over here. Oh, look at this. We also laid our first molten lava egg. Love that. Now, there's another potential problem I observed. Namely, if we don't have anything queued up in the refineries, I'm accumulating the polluted water here. So I want to implement a little warning system for that. So I'm getting notified in case we are not converting the water to steam anymore. I think what we could do is maybe add a hydro sensor here. Can I just put that on top of the ribbon cable? I think I can. This shouldn't connect to it. Actually, thinking about it, that doesn't make any sense. I wouldn't be able to connect an automation wire to this. So my plan is kind of in vain. Maybe we just take apart one of the petroleum generators. Not all of them are really necessary. Check this out, we are actually using up the petroleum quicker than I wanted. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is decommission this first petroleum generator and then we should be able to set up an automation wire. So if I get rid of that and then we're gonna go back into automation, I wanna use a hydro sensor made out of iron and come on, take that apart. We are gonna move that up a little bit and I actually want to use a filter gate because I don't want to get notified the entire time if it's a false alarm. So we are just gonna check for that condition for a certain amount of time before we then lead it into our automated notifier. This bad boy right here actually. Connect that right there. Wow, that's what I'm talking about. That was quite efficient. So let's say if we accumulate 50 kilograms of water, so if it is above that, we want to wait for, let's say, 15 seconds. So if that is the case for 15 seconds, only then we are going to get notified. Notification is going to be polluted water in industrial sauna. Hopefully I'm going to know what that is. It's going to be a tooltip and we want to do a boing boing alarm. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. All of my natural gas generators are running now. So all we have to do is observe if we gain power. And look at that. This is actually the case without running anything else other than the natural gas generators. So that means only really in case of emergency we are gonna tap into the petroleum generators. Also, if we look here at the bottom, we are down to 18 kilograms of carbon dioxide again. So at the moment that doesn't seem to be a problem either. Yeah, I have to say I'm pretty happy with that solution at the moment. Everything seems to be working. We are accumulating more natural gas than we can use at the moment. But that might have something to do with the geysers and will not always be the case, I'm assuming. Another thing we'll have to observe is if we actually produce enough oil, but from the looks of it, that is the case. Now, what's going on here? We are still using the oil refinery. I think we can now decommission this building for good. Yeah, we don't need that anymore. We still need the plastic production though. Very interesting and very cool. So yeah, I guess we're gonna come back to this contraption later and see if it's still unchanged, if it's still working, and if we are still producing enough power. But hovering over a battery, it certainly looks like the natural gas generators have no problem keeping up as long as I have enough of that stuff. Alrighty, one thing I totally forgot about is to actually finish the rocket silos, so I would say that's one thing we can initiate right now. All that's missing construction-wise are the drywalls in the background. It's actually about time we finish this and also get a couple more missions started because I have been losing a little bit of heat here and it's gonna require at least 2 rockets in order to get that back up and also my petroleum generation running again. So at this current point, maybe it wasn't even a good idea to disable this. I think I'm gonna enable the oil refinery one more time until we have this sorted out. Another thing I wanted to take care of is taking apart more things, and maybe we are also gonna hook up that saltwater geyser, even though, well, it's not really necessary in my case. But eventually, you know, we want to do something with all the geysers. Why the heck not? This is the ultimate base. So all of that can be dug away, laddered up, and this is maybe gonna be the last step towards taking the rest of the terrain apart. I mean, we've done a pretty good job so far. It's just really the bottom at the moment. And look at how much lava we still have left. This is so much potential energy that I can still draw from this. Even the igneous rock that isn't lava anymore still has a temperature of around 1000 degrees. Yeah, that's actually insane. I would say we are gonna unpause the game, get rid of that, and also finish the rocket silo. Look at that FPS. It's just crazy. Oh man. But yeah, there we go. This is gonna be finished in no time. Actually, it's gonna take like 20 cycles, but never mind. We have 1500 kilograms of liquid hydrogen at the moment. What do I need to get this rocket started? A little bit more than that. But I guess that's actually a good thing, so we can already get this started. We can just dump the entirety of the hydrogen we currently have into the system. So all of that is going to be absorbed by my rocket, and I don't even have to worry about it. Oh, hold on. I was actually wrong. It was enough to fill this up. So let's do the liquid oxygen as well, and we should be able to launch this rocket immediately. Oh no, that is really mean. Look at this. 1,638 kilograms in the tank, but I need 1 kilogram more. I wonder if that kilogram is really what's missing now. Yeah, check this out. It's too far away. So we have to send one more packet in. There we go. That should be good. Right, who are we gonna choose for that mission? Toby. I feel like Toby hasn't had a space mission in ages. We are opening the bunker doors as it turns nighttime. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and launch this mission. I want you to go right here. We're visiting once more the same planet, and after that we're gonna start with the short-term missions in order to get more fullerene. I desperately need that, but I think we can get things started right here. Toby, 3, 2, 1, blast off. Have fun and heat up my petroleum generator. Beautiful, look at that. So we're producing the petroleum again. We're gonna lose most of that heat to the entire system, but I think with another 1 or 2 rockets we should be fine. Oh no, that's really mean. We just got hit by a meteor and now I have to close the doors. Hopefully not too much more is gonna happen. Oh, come on, close the door. No, oh. I just opened the other doors. Oh my gosh, I'm never gonna tell Ellie she's stupid anymore. Looks like stupidity slumbers in all of us. Okay, not too much got damaged. I think we're fine. Also right here at the bottom, I think we can keep going. And this is actually a geyser or a vent I forgot about. I mean, I clearly outlined it, so at some point I knew it was there. Let me see, I really want to know what that is. Come on guys, dig this up please. Thank you very much, Turner. And it is another polluted water vent. Who needs that? Nobody, that's who. But we are gonna keep on digging, get that gold amalgam, and at the bottom I actually have a ton of diamond left, so that is good news. We are also gonna start to reclaim a couple of materials. I think I can just get rid of everything here. We don't even need the power anymore. So I guess that is actually a good thing. Let's get rid of everything and replace it with ladders. I don't want to open up this space just yet because I have stored a lot of oxygen in here. I don't really want to know what happens if I open this up. Okay, this time it is Hassan who managed to get himself trapped. Hopefully he's gonna be able to dig himself out of this misery. Wait a second, did I really run out of... Yes, I have no diamonds left. I didn't even know. Oh, that is actually insane. You know, I truly thought we have a little bit more time for this, but I guess we have to lay a priority on this now. Give me diamonds, please. Thank you very much. And there's actually another batch here on the right. Wait, how did I manage to get steam in here again? Wow, this is actually really hot in this place. I wonder if there are still places where we actually leak the heat of the magma biome. I mean, how else is this possible? But there we go. This should give us access to a couple more diamond temp shift plates. Love it. Looking at everything, I feel like today is not a good time to start another major project. So we're just gonna, wrap up what we've started, maybe take apart a few more things, observe what we have here, maybe build a bunch of compression chambers, because from the looks of it, we are accumulating more natural gas than we are actually capable of using, which also is an invitation of actually building more projects that require power. But within no time I was able to once again fill up my petroleum line just by activating the oil refinery. So maybe I'm just gonna keep that activated because at the moment we are only using the excess oil, really. You can see right here, this is the division. And instead of accumulating all of that oil in the pipes and at the bottom eventually it's gonna fail, we are just using that as well, making some petroleum. And since the oil is basically infinite, it doesn't really matter. We are about a third done with the second rocket silo, so maybe we can already think about how we would be getting the petroleum over there. Maybe we are setting up a storage here on this side. I don't think I'm gonna build way more silos at this point. As a matter of fact, let's actually wrap this up, so there's not gonna be any heat escaping from this. You know what? I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna set up 3 more liquid reservoirs, and I probably want to make these out of steel. I don't think... Well, actually, gold amalgam might be enough. You know, we need a little bit of an overheat temperature, so 1, 2, 3 reservoirs it is. And I guess in this case we are just bringing up the petroleum like so, and have a little bit of a buffer in this area. And then all I need is basically a liquid shutoff right there, maybe with a switch, and we should be good in order to kind of control the flow and fill up the rockets once we need them. So liquid shutoff goes right there, and I'm also gonna need a automation wire and a switch. Hold on, automation wire, I don't wanna waste my steel. And same thing with the switch. I'm actually gonna go with a copper since our volcano is active once again and we should be getting copper. Actually, I should be checking on that since I did have a little bit too much steam the previous episode, but I took care of that. At least that's what I believe happened. Yeah, we're now barely over 20 kilograms of steel, which should give us the copper back. Actually, we can check that. Yeah, there we go. It is filling up again. Beautiful. The digging also seems to be progressing quickly, that's good. I just want to make sure they also have a ways to get up and down somewhere else, and we got new printables. But yeah, essentially I kind of want to wrap this up here and get rid of all the unnecessary terrain that we can easily get rid of. Dig, my minions, dig! Dude, it's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Let's check back on the natural gas generator. We have 70 kilograms of methane here, so we need to... yeah, look at that. It went back to 7 kilograms. I just love this machine. I'm so happy this is working phenomenally. I mean, this is like the first thing I don't have to fix after the fact. I absolutely love it. Also, I noticed these thermal aqua tuners, they need to be running, otherwise I'm not producing enough heat. So also one aqua tuner wouldn't be enough. I mean, look at this, we are just at the point where we would not have enough heat. It's just barely getting to 600 degrees as it is. Also, I noticed we have a steady flow of sour gas here. It's always around 4 kilograms or so of sour gas that we have in this chamber. I'm really happy about this. Another thing that I noticed is we have lost most of the steam in this room. So even though we are not actively accumulating lots and lots of carbon dioxide, we also don't have any steam in here. I mean, occasionally we do get the steam, but, you know, like one steam turbine would probably have been enough for this contraption. So that definitely was a little bit of an overkill, I have to admit. I wonder if we should just go ahead and pump out the extra carbon dioxide that we don't want. I think that might actually be a good idea instead of compressing it, because I've already accumulated like 5,000 tons of carbon dioxide that I don't need. So maybe we'll just pump out the excess gases. Though, look at this, we already got 4 eggs, which means we're gonna eventually fill up this room with tons and tons of slicksters, and they might be taking care of the carbon dioxide by themselves. I mean, we are not really accumulating it. I think I'm just gonna intervene once we are like above 25 kilograms. And even though you might not see it, the FPS is already improving. I think taking apart the terrain is really gonna help us, especially because all of the items that lay on the floor actually stack together and they don't have to be displayed individually. So yeah, we're just gonna keep on doing what we're doing here and taking apart everything. Yes, yes, yes. Dig everything up, give me that juicy stuff. Eventually we'll be able to get rid of that steam. It's already cooling down overall. In terms of decommissioning stuff, I would say we can take apart this steam room, the lower room here as well. We don't need any of that shebang anymore. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do right now. Give me all those materials back. I mean, all of these things are basically running for nothing. Yeah, we don't need that anymore. Thank you. Okay, that's actually gonna be good. I want all of you. Let's take apart this wall here as well. Yeah, I'm not gonna do too much in one go. Usually I'm making some mistakes or taking apart things that I don't really want to take apart. I totally forgot we also need power for the shutoff. Fortunately enough, we have some power nearby. And not everything has been built, but it's coming along. Another thing I'm still gonna need is a little area for petroleum to accumulate with a pitcher pump, so I can do the recipes in the molecular forge. We also have a couple more items from space. That actually reminds me, we need to fill these up. Let's try to do that. These are all the eggs. Here we have a self-contained something. Oh, system. Holy cow, that's actually like a galaxy or something. Let's select that. And for the other pedestal, we have a stethoscope. I love this. By the way, checking the temperature, all of the items have cooled down because of my cooling system. I actually really like how we have the climate set up, but look at this. I'm actually slowly but surely looking forward to wrapping up this world. I just want to make it perfect so I can give you the download. But yeah, give me some suggestions what else you want to see in this world, what is still necessary. I think we've done actually most of the stuff. We could always go a little bit crazier though. Wow, check this out. All of my slicksters have laid an egg. This is gonna be so easy to get rid of the carbon dioxide now. I love this. One thing I always forget about is the lime. We're gonna do another 99 crafts here, but maybe we should just craft this in a loop. Looks like my previous power room is almost done. I'm actually also gonna take apart everything right here. Yeah, I think we can do that. Don't need that automation anymore. Oh yes, it's gonna feel so good to get rid of all that junk. I'm actually also gonna slowly but surely take apart the rest we have in here. We still have to find a crafting solution for all of that, like the rock crushers, exosuit forge, the molecular forge, maybe even the glass forge. I think that could be a project for the next time, to have like an awesome crafting room that is taking care of all of these different machines. But yeah, at this point I probably gave way too many building and deconstruction commands, so I'm gonna leave the game running and I'm gonna leave it be for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great time and see you soon. Bye bye.